Well, Prince Louis' vision has emerged of him absolutely beaming.
Prince William and Kate are headed across the pond this weekend for a royal visit to Canada. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge will spend the next week on a tour of our neighbor up in the north. They have a packed schedule, visiting 7 different communities throughout the country.
The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge are going through their second emotional roller coaster of the year.
Seeing some of the activities here today with the 1851 Trust and what the kids have been doing here, it's really exciting seeing the different elements behind I suppose, the racing as well.
Despite previously winning hearts with his genuine transparency and energetic behavior,
It's just wanting to have fun and my two are always mischievous, so it's trying to keep a lid on. There are a lot of sweets out back though, so they have complete sugar highs. Yeah. As any parent knows, you just do whatever needs to be done.
Prince Louis now appears drained of spirit. What external element transformed Prince Louis's public behavior? How did the parents react to their sons changing before their very eyes? Join us as we delve into how Kate Middleton and Prince William break down after Prince Louis's unexpected transformation. Prince Louis's early spark. When Prince Louis first appeared in public, he made an immediate impression because no other royal child demonstrated such behavior.
Prince Louis, the cheekiest member of the royal family, has a knack for capturing attention wherever he goes. At just 6 years old, his playful energy and unfiltered honesty have made him a fan favorite.
Louis Arthur Charles was born on April 23, 2018, and he became a central figure at royal events while embodying youthful vigor within the royal family system. Prince Louis first became the center of worldwide media attention in June 2022, during the late Queen Elizabeth II Platinum Jubilee festivities, when he displayed energetic behavior. At the Buckingham Palace balcony, as the royal family watched the Royal Air Force fly past, Louis entertained observers with his variety of facial expressions and ear-plugging behavior. His spontaneous childlike moments spread across social media platforms while gaining public favor and illustrating the difficulties and delights of raising children in a public setting.
There are going to be a lot of people in the audience who are doing amazing work within their communities, and it's an absolute joy to be here to celebrate that.
The Princess Catherine organized Together at Christmas carol service in December of that same year. Prince Louis showed his playful and childlike side. During the family gathering, Prince Louis actively participated with his siblings, George and Charlotte, along with other relatives, by breaking away from event protocols to engage in playful fun.
To be singing for the people who are givers, the people who think of others, the people who work in charities, the people who have gone out of their way.
The royal audiences solidified his reputation as an energetic youngest child, while making these occasions more personable for the public. Recent months have brought about a distinct change in the way Prince Louis presents himself during public appearances. Louis displayed calmness during the 2024 Christmas Day walkabout at Sandringham, when he conducted himself with composure throughout the event. The young royal maintained a mature and polite manner while conversing with well-wishers at the Christmas Day event, by accepting gifts and listening to guests despite being just 6 years old. He dressed in a navy coat while holding his mother's hand. Royal media observers noted with appreciation Prince Louis's improved self-assurance, as well as his more formal adherence to royal customs. Prince Louis's development of maturity was most pronounced during the June 2024 Trooping of the Color celebration. Prince Louis presented a composed attitude during this event, despite previously providing spontaneous enjoyment to viewers at royal ceremonies. During the event, he displayed complete self-control as he carried out instructions while participating in the traditional way older children do. His personality shift demonstrates deliberate changes toward his role in the royal family, which could result from maturation factors and the growing public attention he receives. The careful guidance from his parents, Prince William and Princess Catherine, has significantly shaped Prince Louis's public behavior. The royal couple frequently states that they want to give their children traditional childhood experiences despite their royal positions. The royal couple believes it is essential for their children to balance the responsibilities of their role with individual growth, because it keeps the children smart about life outside royal circles. The royal couple has produced emotional reactions in response to these changes in their children's development. Their youngest child's growth from unrestricted joyfulness to deliberate control has made the royal parents reflexively aware of time's flow and their children's necessary development. This common parental sentiment shows how parents observe their children grow through moments of celebration while experiencing bittersweet memories of time passing. Prince Louis's development has been closely observed by the British public and media, who consider his antics as delightful breaks from traditional royal conduct. The public reacts to his recent behavioral changes with a combination of respect and feelings of nostalgic longing. The change represents his growing understanding of royal duties and his awareness of his position in the family line. Some people show strong emotional connections to the genuine moments when Prince Louis captured everyone's heart. Different media outlets have tried to identify the different causes behind this behavioral shift by pointing to parental supervision alongside his older siblings' influence. A related discussion explored the public demands royal children experience along with their individual growth challenges stemming from facing those demands. The royal family faces constant challenges to balance their tradition-rich heritage with the changing preferences of younger family members. Prince Louis's relationship with his siblings, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, plays a significant role in his behavioral development. Louis benefits from witnessing his older siblings handle their public duties because he is the youngest royal child. The heir apparent, Prince George, serves as an example to his family through his commitment to decorum and responsibility because he stands as the eldest of the siblings and the third in succession to the throne. Princess Charlotte serves as a role model to Louis by showing him how to maintain personal expression together while meeting public expectations. The formal educational environment where Prince Louis studies actively contributes to his behavioral improvements. Louis learns at Lambrook School together with his siblings, while the school equips him with academic education and training for character development. The educational institution focuses on teaching students modesty alongside gentle behavior and individual self-reliance, which matches how the royal family raises their children. Being involved with his peers in a structured educational space appears to have helped Louis learn how to behave properly in public situations. The social experiences at school help students develop discipline along with patience while learning to handle different social situations, a set of abilities critical for princes and princesses of the royal family. Exposure to different school activities such as sports and arts and community service has influenced the formation of Prince Louis's personality. The selected activities help release his energetic nature while teaching him both group cooperation and personal accountability. The combination of his education, together with the parental direction and elder sibling mentoring, resulted in a visible shift in his behavior. Louis moving forward in life is a great thing, but how do his parents feel about seeing their youngest starting to know and understand his responsibilities? The emotional toll on William and Kate. The developmental changes in their kid have created a mix of joy and sadness for William and Catherine. The couple finds both happiness and anxiety in Louis's developing maturity as their children face the challenges of life in public view. British royal couple William and Kate have repeatedly mentioned their intention to enjoy each specific moment of their children's childhood, since they understand time moves very fast. Kate emphasizes the need to actively engage with her children while also trying to document their brief but meaningful life experiences. Kate reportedly misses the free-spirited side of Louis because he is maturing more and more. William has recognized the permanent changes growth brings, yet continues to prioritize a healthy equilibrium for his children between their royal duties and personal self. The royals made decisions to protect their children from overwhelming media attention, yet enabled them to have a typical childhood experience. Louis's change from an emotional baby to a composed boy marks their acceptance of him becoming an independent young royal beyond the role of the youngest child in the family. The royal duties have forced Louis to grow up since his playful early days when he captivated audiences with his misbehavior. Despite the luxurious trappings of royal status, many unguarded instances display the untamed essence of childlike behavior inherent to members of British royalty. Apart from this, Prince Louis proves himself to be a source of endless vitality, which makes royal family events more vibrant, although they typically maintain a stoic presence. And Louis's fidgety behavior outshined all grand royal celebrations when he participated in Queen Elizabeth's Jubilee. The noise made by the jets caused Louis to cover his ears in excessive fear. Royal protocol went out the window at that instant because everybody else remained perfectly composed. The moment ignited widespread social media interest with memes taking over the web, while news articles celebrated his natural behavior. George remained composed near the cameras while Charlotte maintained her characteristic blend of charm and discipline, yet Louis existed in his world without concern for royal decorum. All eyes followed Prince Louis as he went through phases of joy and mischief, along with annoyance during the constant official events of the Platinum Jubilee. During a striking event, he gently placed his hands over his mother's face to prevent her from speaking during the official proceedings. Kate responded with maternal poise, yet everyone witnessing that moment understood Louis followed his path. People found his honest reactions pleasant to watch. These public displays of mischief caused royal families to ask themselves how much independence their royal children should have. Should royal responsibility receive more priority than allowing individual personality to be displayed? Did Louis lose his innocence through excessive attention? Did he need to mature as an individual, or was he nearing the point where his freedom from responsibility would lead to consequences? The transformation. No one expected. Princehood demands special handling of the growth process because progression for heirs extends beyond basic biological development. The rapid change that occurred to Prince Louis disturbed everyone who had become fond of his spontaneous nature. Observers of the royal family detected foundational changes in Louis's actions shortly after the Jubilee celebrations. The temperamental behaviors of Prince Louis did not resurface during the royal events that followed. Every movement of his body appeared controlled, and his reactions remained reserved. Something halted the exuberance that defined him before the Jubilee occurred. Speculation ran wild. Who would have spoken to him privately about his behavior? Did the royal family determine that his joyful expressions no longer fit their standards? Some people believed authorities explicitly advised the boy to be more reserved because his past freedoms as a child would not extend into his adolescent years. Different people had differing opinions about how he slowly discovered that his royal status meant every move would receive intense public scrutiny. His parents displayed a mixed reaction because they adopted a contemporary style of parenting, but also practiced a hands-on approach. Since the beginning, Kate had worked to protect her children from intrusive royal responsibilities through an ordinary childhood experience. William maintained strict disciplinary rules, but he likewise recognized maintaining his children's individuality. Did their position force them to stop Louis from expressing himself as he always had? Did royal duties require an acceptable level of control that would deny the youngest member his natural freedom? Changes became even more prominent within his domestic surroundings. The house lost its noisy enthusiasm when Louis moved away from his boisterous activities. Drumming provided him comfort, since he started this activity as a way to expend his endless energy, and he now practiced it with increasing organization and dedication. His previously disorderly performances that pleased his siblings throughout childhood had developed structured movements. Through his drum playing, he found a way to direct his restless behavior into careful arrangements that matched the regimented standards imposed on him. From her vigilant nature, Charlotte became aware of his transformation. What had previously been rolling eye moments from her evolved into watching his performance with both interest and worry. George, who had gained maturity through time, began to recognize the transitions happening around him because he had already experienced the same transformations. Through his personal experience, George understood the natural process of growing up, which strongly affected their childhood with its constrained freedoms. The transition occurred in Louis earlier than his family could have imagined. His public interactions remained charismatic, yet the wildness had softened. His lively expression continued to appear, but he maintained better control of it. His joyful laughter became less natural. The boy who mesmerized audiences with his performance now understood the importance of his position on stage. How were his parents able to meet and become a family? As history has it, it seems the Duchess of Cambridge was never from an aristocratic family. So how did they meet? University romance fairy tale. Beloved worldwide, the royal romance between Prince William and Catherine Middleton began as soon as their courtship became public. Their romance evolved through magical romantic moments and practical struggles to influence both their private existence.
Earlier this year, we asked you 5 big questions about raising our under-5s. We wanted to hear what you think about the importance of the earliest years of our children's lives.
And the trajectory of Britain's royal family.
It is a year since we launched the Royal Foundation Centre for Early Childhood, and the reason for the centre's launch was twofold. It was to not only help improve the early childhood outcomes, but it's also about prevention.
The relationship started in 2001 when they enrolled as students at the University of St Andrews in Scotland. When William wanted to experience a typical university routine, he chose St Andrews due to its secluded location, which kept him free from media intrusion. Kate managed to join William's social circle because she combined her academic excellence with her refined upbringing, despite being a commoner. Their friendship strengthened over time before William developed different emotions about Kate following her participation in the 2002 charity fashion show.
The challenges facing children in the UK today can often feel overwhelming. Both William and I have seen that many young people are struggling to cope with the impact of bullying, bereavement, domestic violence, family breakdown, and more.
The runway presentation of her sheer garment reportedly made William understand that his emotions toward her surpassed friendly boundaries. The couple started dating officially in 2003, but refused to disclose their relationship status to the public. They shared a student house with friends while trying to maintain their relationship the same way as anyone else, even though William held a royal title. The media's discovery of their romance forced Kate into artistic life, as she had made attempts to remain out of the spotlight. The pressure was intense. Popular media outlets gave her the nickname Waity Katie because of how long she waited for William to propose. In 2007, the couple separated for a short time because both faced excessive royal stress, and William struggled with moving forward with marriage so early. However, the separation was short-lived. The couple understood their strength as a couple surpassed being apart, so they decided to restart their relationship. During their Kenyan vacation in October 2010, William showed his love to Katie by proposing marriage using the engagement ring that belonged to his late mother, Princess Diana. This sentimental gesture held special meaning for both families. The royal engagement became public in November, before William and Kate tied the knot on April 29, 2011, at Westminster Abbey, which millions of viewers across the globe watched. Their union received high praise from society because it signaled the start of a fresh royal age. The relationship between William and Kate marked a distinct deviation from previous royal marriages because they developed it through authentic friendship, which deepened into meaningful understanding and shared priorities. Before her royal duties, Kate demonstrated strong preparation, while William valued her typical human perspective. The royal couple showed both traditional monarchy elements and modern presentation while fulfilling official responsibilities with their aim of living a normal family lifestyle. Their love remains a dominant force in royal history because it contains enduring love, combined with their united efforts to prepare for becoming king and queen.
real-life families and, actually what's going on in the community, and it must be really challenging for you and the team.
Situations like that, so of course then again the emotive side comes in. Well, what does my wife?
Their union matured, which caused their attention to shift toward raising their children amid increasing royal expectations. As their love boomed, in what way were they able to raise and train their children to showcase the values that they had shown to the public? The next monarch and his siblings. Upon Prince George's birth in July 2013, William and Kate established their commitment to maintain both royal responsibilities and personal contentment when raising their children.
The challenges facing children in the UK today can often feel overwhelming. Both William and I have seen that many young people are struggling to cope with the impact of bullying, bereavement, domestic violence, family breakdown and more.
Against traditional royal parenting practices, the couple opted for active parenting by skipping the use of nannies. George's birth marked history because he would become the next King of England and brought with it the weight of royal traditions spanning centuries. The couple relocated their son George between their royal duties to Anmer Hall in Norfolk to provide him with an ordinary household environment. Inspired by her family upbringing, Kate dedicated herself to providing George with the loving support she had received during her childhood. Having experienced emotional detachment during his upbringing as a royal child, William made paternal presence and involvement into his main life objective. Princess Charlotte entered the world in May 2015, which brought fresh challenges to their expanding family.
She was quite known for her feisty personality. Obviously, she is a princess, but she's quite a tomboy. She loves climbing trees and she's very much an adventurer.
National engagements did not stop Kate from combining royal duties with fulfilling her role as a mother.
Feeling that we got when they came out with the baby, we couldn't miss it again. We couldn't miss this one.
People tended to perceive Charlotte as a confident and outgoing personality, while George appeared more serious. In April 2018, the couple gave birth to their third child named Prince Louis. The entire family rejoiced about his birth. Yet this moment introduced a major change in the family's priorities. George received royal preparations for his future kingship, while Charlotte became an influential public presence. Being the younger brother of a future king entitled Louis to avoid immediate royal responsibilities while he maintained the obligation to represent royal values. The royal couple, William and Kate, have consistently used disciplined methods alongside loving care to raise their children. They work to establish definitive limits alongside providing their children with compassionate surroundings. Good behavior and appropriate respect and kindness, along with acknowledging duty, constitute important lessons taught to the children. Under their parentage, the children engage in outdoor exploration and creative pursuits, while screens remain restricted. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge implement modest actions to provide typical childhood activities to their kids, while handling their official duties as royals. The royals drive their children to school themselves and view sports days while fostering their hobbies and passions. Kate shows exceptional dedication to early childhood development as well as mental welfare in children, and she takes those concepts into her parenting approach.
Over the last decade, I, like many of you, have met people from all walks of life. I've seen that experiences such as homelessness, addiction, and poor mental health are often grounded in a difficult childhood.
Does Louis get equal parental engagement as his older brother? Or does the pressure on his brother bring less attention to him? The perhaps overlooked child. Prince Louis faces difficulties because of his position as third born in a royal family system where the first child receives the most attention. The position of a prince who follows the direct heir is difficult to navigate properly and has historically caused concerns for royal descendants facing this situation. Most royal observers find George fully trained for his position, and Charlotte making a noticeable impact in public, yet Louis seems to receive minimal attention. He participates in fewer royal ceremonies and, unlike Princess George and Princess Charlotte, has not acquired a well-established royal position. Williams and Kate deliberately kept their son out of sight during his early years so that he would not face excessive media attention. The couple took measures to protect him from overwhelming media exposure. Time revealed that Louis possessed an overwhelming personality that people could no longer overlook. The Platinum Jubilee displayed his intense enthusiasm, which demonstrated to the public he was not meant to stay hidden away. Despite his natural charisma, Louis fails to receive comparable attention from his parents as his older brother George. The essential aspects of royal duty force this neglectful life on them, which cannot be avoided. Throughout royal history, people in line for the British throne maintained superior status, since history demonstrates that minor royal children experienced significant pressure from this arrangement. Prince Harry experienced all the difficulties that came with being Prince William's spare heir throughout his childhood. His close bond with his older brother did not stop him from feeling ignored.
So I think it was just a really good opportunity to choose a title that had been somewhat used against me,
which became a key factor that led to his royal life departure.
I don't think that we can ever have peace with my family.
As the younger sibling of King Charles III, Prince Andrew experienced difficulties because his brother held the position of heir. Will Louis endure the destiny that has already befallen his predecessor? Since their marriage, Kate and William have worked toward equal treatment of their children, though Louis might receive a different training experience as George becomes more involved in royal education. First indications of these upcoming changes have now started to become apparent. The royal duties of George include scheduled official training events, and Charlotte performs at large engagements, but Louis makes infrequent royal appearances. His behavior shows less restraint perhaps because of his young age, or because he has avoided the same disciplinary measures they have received. Kate describes Louis to be the most playful of her children, but when coupled with such comments, it may suggest he gets less direct royal preparation than his siblings. The couple avoids imposing excessive structure upon their son in the early years because they understand the past struggles faced by younger family members of royal positions. The responsibility of establishing his position within the royal family does not begin until Louis becomes older. Under public observation yet lacking royal responsibilities, Louis may face challenges in creating meaningful contributions. The main task facing Prince William and Princess Kate in raising Louis will be to guide him toward paths that match his potential for success. The question now remains, will William and Kate pave a new path for royal spares that break free from previous patterns? What do you think of these responsibilities imposed on such a young child? And what do you think of the possible resentment Louis may face if he's raised as a spare? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.